What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys are having an amazing day. The day has finally come. Today we're finally going to start installing the Widebody kit I got for my S5 behind me. You guys have no idea how excited I am about this. When I originally got the kit like a month ago, I said I'd be starting in like a week or two. Well, it's now been like a month, and I'm sorry for that. I've been super busy, but the day is finally here. Finally have every single thing I need to install this kit, and I actually also finally got myself a daily driver. I'm gonna reveal that in my next video. Just know I finally have a daily, so we're getting started on this. I've dreamed of this moment for like over a month now, and it's just so surreal. I don't believe it's happening, and I'm just so excited, and I'm very nervous at the same time. I want everything to line up perfectly. I know it's probably not gonna, because that's usually what happens when you get kits like this, but I'm ready to do all the work in terms of the body filling and stuff, so that's why I really needed to find a daily driver so that I could really just kind of take my time and make this thing as pristine as possible. My goal is to have this done in about 2 to 3 weeks. Not positive it's going to be less or more. I think the initial install will probably only be about a week, maybe a week and a half, but there's going to be so many other things like touching up all the body work and basically just making it so it's very seamless and all the gaps are perfect. So that's going to take the majority of the time, but I would say within a week, week and a half, I want to have the car mostly put together, I would say. So my goal for today and tomorrow, might combine it in the same video. I guess we'll see how long it takes, but my goal today is to get pretty much the front end done. So I want to do the front bumper and the 2 front quarter panels. So these guys right here, that front bumper is just ridiculous. So I want to get these on the car. They won't be perfect after today, I'm thinking, but I do want to get them all fitted up and just kind of see what it looks like from the front end. It also has a front lip that probably won't put on until later on, probably like the end, because I'm going to paint that before I put it on. But yeah, that is the goal. Get these 3 pieces on the car today and see how they look. So without further ado, I'm gonna stop blabbing. You guys sit back, enjoy this video, and this is the start to a new beginning with the S5. Hope you guys enjoy. Alright everybody, front bumper is off. I have the 2 side by side right now. Honestly, the old one looks so much cooler just because it has the grill in it and it's wrapped and has the lip on. But don't worry, this one's going to look so much cooler. I mean, you can really just tell how much wider it is than the stock one. Just so much wider. Now, right off the bat, there are concerns that I have. My biggest concern is the fact that this piece right behind the grill here, this kind of flat black piece, is it's almost like plastic welded to the old bumper here, and this bumper does not have one of those, which, yeah. So I'm gonna have to get really creative here. Alright, so I think what I'm gonna do is just start hacking at this one, literally taking everything off of it that I can, and then just kind of seeing how it will fit onto the new bumper, because there's not a lot of places for mounting things back here. There's a few, but not a lot, so we're gonna have to get creative, but I'm just gonna dive into it. All right, well, this bottom piece here, this is kind of what holds the grill in on the original bumper. It usually would kind of fit in here, but I mean, like, we're not even close. This thing doesn't fit in. I don't think it's supposed to go in because, yeah, it's not even close. So I'm thinking all of the stuff that supports the grill, so that bottom piece and then this top one, are gonna have to get left out, which I don't like the sounds of that. I don't want it to be kind of flimsy, but I don't know. I tried sticking the grill in the bumper just to kind of test it before I even tried playing with the other stuff. It kind of fits decent, definitely pretty off, but I think I can get it to sit right. So I'm thinking that we're gonna have to ditch the support things and just kind of throw the grill in as is, which is kind of annoying, but let's see how it turns out. Honestly, I was figuring starting with the front of the car would be easier because, you know, it's just you pop the bumper off, put the bumper on. But now I'm realizing that The front bumper might be the hardest part of this kit because there's so many things that you kind of have to do like custom, because there's not really any real mounts for the grill or anything like that. So as opposed to the back fenders, those kind of you just cut and glue them on and do some body work, which is time consuming, but I think this is the more difficult part in a sense where you need to be a lot more creative here. So we're gonna try to bang out this front bumper today. Hopefully these front fenders will bolt right up, but at this point I don't have super high hopes that anything is gonna fit perfectly because I don't want to get my hopes up. Let's give it a go at this bumper and see how it turns out. Okay, as predicted, the fitment on this grill is certainly far from perfect. So we're gonna have to make a couple of cuts here. I think if I take a Dremel and just kind of cut this back a little bit, this tab will be able to slide over a bit more and we'll be able to tuck it in nicer. So let's give that a shot and see what that looks like. Alright everybody, we are in a bit of better shape, still not perfect, but the overall height of the grill, so basically where it sits in between these two pillars, is where I want it to be now. Before it was kind of sitting too high, so I'll show you what I did. I basically took the Dremel and cut out where every single one of these tabs goes, because there was pretty much no cutouts and the only cutouts were in the wrong spots. So cut out all the spots where all these tabs go, and the grill fits a lot better now. Still, in terms of left to right, I'm gonna need to pull both sides of the bumper in, but I think with a few screws that'll pull in nicely. And yeah, we're almost done here with the grill. All right, so I think I got the grill set pretty good right now. I kind of played around with it a bunch on the back and cut out a little bit more material, and it appears to fit a lot better now. I threw in a couple of screws for now. I don't want to completely fit it because I know when I fit it on the car, I want to have it somewhat movable because I know it's going to mess with the fitment between the hood and the top of the grill there. So I want to leave it kind of loose for now, and just so it stays on the bumper. So next, I'm going to go ahead and cut the grills for these fog lights here and get those. I think I'm just going to zip tie them up. Honestly, I think that'll work. So yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Adding in all our little meshes here, and this thing is finally starting to look like a real bumper. Looking so awesome. Honeycombs are absolutely perfect, and the smaller mesh on the side just looks so beautiful. So now we got that situated. Tried fitting into the car. It doesn't really fit well with the old fenders on, so that means one thing and one thing only: we are going to start putting on the front fenders. So I'm going to start with this side and we'll see how it looks. Now that it's off, I can show you more clearly what exactly you need to remove. So you need to remove these two bolts down here, these two right here, this guy and this guy, this guy, this one here, these two here, and this one. And then under here, you gotta take off this nut and this nut. Once you do all that and take your reservoir out, kind of a pain in the butt, but honestly, I've never done this before. I've actually never taken the fender off or the coolant reservoir, and I would say all in all, it probably took me about an hour to get the fender off, so not too bad for somebody who's never done this. Let's fit the new one up, see how it fits. I'm hoping it fits nicely, but let's do it, see how it looks. This is so awesome, guys. Oh my God. Look at that. Now, first initial fitment, not terrible. Our holes line up for the most part. We're not really fit in just yet. That gap looks horrible right now, but I promise you it's actually not that bad. Really the biggest issue right now is this front part. Basically this bracket under the headlight is kind of preventing this from sitting flush because none of these holes are drilled. So I think once we drill all the holes, it should fit actually quite nicely. I'm gonna get to drilling the holes and trying to get this thing to fit really nicely before we work on the other side. But this thing looks so awesome, guys. Oh my goodness. All right, I just finished kind of tweaking this panel to get it sit right. And I'm really impressed with these gaps, guys. I mean, take a look at these. Just about perfect. The only thing I'm thinking is this corner maybe rounded off a little bit, but other than that, we got some really nice body lines here. Very, very impressed. Even down this side here, very, very beautiful. It is a bit off right by the headlight here. This piece needs to kind of pull in a little bit more, but I think it all around looks really good. This is where we can really get a sense of how wide this car is actually going to be. If we take a look at the fitment over here, it's like just about flush. And then if we come over to this side, not even close. We're like at least an inch off, probably more. This is going to be absolutely ridiculous. Oh my goodness. I know the bumper isn't on the car, but I can already see it, and it's going to look so ridiculous. I'm so excited, guys. All right, let's get the other side on. And that will hopefully wrap up today's video. Alright, we finally got this fender on. This one was a bit easier to get on. One, because I knew how to do it, and two, there was no windshield washer fluid. So if you're doing this yourself, definitely start over here. But the fitment on this side pretty much is very similar to the other side. Pretty crisp. There is some issues right around here. I'm just gonna have to sand this part down a little bit, round off this edge. But other than that, pretty good fitment. A lot better fitment around the headlight on this side, but yeah. Pretty much when you get any sort of wide body kit, there's always gonna be variation whenever they make the kit, because every time they slap it in the mold, they're not gonna do it the exact same way. Things come out differently every time, but for the most part, it fits pretty well, I would say. Now, I have tried putting the front bumper on, and it's giving me some trouble. I'm going to give it another try, see if we can get it on. If not, we're going to have to end off the video here, and we'll put that guy on in the next video. I have a feeling I'm going to have to do some more cutting and trimming and all the annoying, scary stuff. Yeah, guys, this is going to be the best I can get it on here for now. Definitely going to have to drill a few things out. There's a couple of tabs over here on each side that you have to drill out. Have to trim a couple other things because it is hitting that crash bar, but man, oh man, look at this thing, guys. This is like the first vision of it finally starting to somewhat come together. This front end is just so menacing compared to the stock S5. This body is so nuts, especially when we get that front splitter on the bottom. This is gonna look absolutely ridiculous. With all that being said, I'm gonna end off today's video right there. Very happy, we got a lot done in today's video. Like I said in the beginning, I really wanted to just get the whole front end of the kit fitted. We just about got there. This front bumper is really gonna need a little bit of tweaking, but other than that, we should be able to get that mounted up in the next video. And once we get that mounted up, I think the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to tackle the back bumper and then maybe start cutting the fenders in the next video. I guess we'll have to see, but very happy with the progress we made in today's video. With all that being said, I really hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you guys stay tuned for the next video. This is going to be a big series of me installing the kit. You guys really don't want to miss out on the journey. It's going to be so awesome, especially when this car is all done. I'm so excited, guys. Genuinely, if you guys do have any questions, please let me know down in the comment section below. There were so many questions I had about this kit before I ordered it, most of which were not answered because there's very few people out there that actually have this kit. So if you guys really do have any questions about it, don't hesitate to ask me because I'd be happy to help. If you guys did enjoy this video, please be sure to smash that like button. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. It means the world to me, guys. Thank you so much. Peace out.